What's up, traders? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about this amazing big upside stock named AQMS or AquaMetals. But before we talk about this stock, if you are new here, my name is Antonio and I like to talk about stock options and high demand stocks. I upload every single day, 1 hour before market close. So if you want to get updates on hot stocks that you should be watching before market close, make sure to like and subscribe, and most importantly, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss my uploads and updates on hot stocks. Anyways, let's get into today's video. But a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, so do invest according to your own personal risk tolerance and after you've done your own research. So we're going to be talking about AQMS. And I don't give buy recommendations, guys. I simply enjoy informing others about stocks that I believe have big upside potential, and I show my research as to why I believe that. But ultimately, I simply inform you so that you can make your own interpretation on whether or not you should invest. But I also like to be transparent, so I show how much money I personally have invested into each company. Now let's get right into it. AquaMetals, I own no shares in, but at market open on Monday, I plan on buying 100 shares. Why 100 shares? Because they do have options enabled, and that is something that I could leverage to my upside if I have 100 shares of AQMS. Not to mention that they are a $2 penny stock, and owning 100 shares would only cost around $200. Now, first and foremost, what is AQMS? AQMS is AquaMetals. What is AquaMetals? They recycle lead with the potential to eventually recycle lithium. You see where I'm getting at with this? Lithium is the key word that you should be listening to right there. Lithium is being used to create batteries for these EV car companies such as Tesla and NIO, these two giants. And in the upcoming future, for the following next 10 years, that will only be an industry that grows and grows. And with the demand of lithium to create these good batteries for cars, because that is the EV car competition. Who has the best battery? Who can travel the most miles or the most kilometers on a single charge of battery, on a single lithium battery charge? And now you have this company over here that is recycling it in the most modern way possible. Now, with that being said, I hope that you are interested enough and allow me to share my research with you. So please watch the entire video and allow me just to speak on this company so you can make up your mind on whether or not it's a buy or not a buy for you. It's very cheap right now, so you could be getting in at a very good price. This is one of those companies that goes up to $10 when you could have gotten in at $2. So let me just talk about it and give me a chance to just inform you about it, okay? So first and foremost, let's look at this quick chart analysis, all right? On the day, market close on Thursday, they were trading at around $1.95 and they spiked up to $2.57, eventually declining a little bit to $2.34, which is where they sit. Now, let me give you this quick brief business description so you start getting an idea on where we're going with this video. AquaMetals' mission is to transform the lead acid battery recycling industry to be better for today's world. Our revolutionary modular aqua refining recycling technology is cleaner, more cost effective, and energy efficient, and produces ultra pure lead to modernize an important global recycling activity in a socially responsible manner. Lead is the most recycled material in the world. All lead acid battery recycling currently utilizes lead smelting, a higher temperature thermal reduction process which generates toxic liquid, gases, and particulate waste, which it is difficult and expensive to manage. In the US, many lead smelters have failed to meet environmental standards. In less regulated countries, smelters operate with limited environmental safeguards. As such, lead smelting is often listed in the world's top 5 most polluting industries. Our world deserves better. AquaMetals makes the highest purity lead cost effectively without pollution. Now let me quickly address something. We see here that initially when the company went public, the story was recycling lead acid batteries. Its total addressable market is now much larger, with AQMS using its technology for lithium ion battery recycling. Now if we scroll down, we see here that it says companies that generate high margin recurring royalty revenues with large total addressable markets trade at double-digit revenue multiples, and this stock is trading at $2. Now let's read some of the recent highlights. So some of the recent highlights is that it received additional insurance payment of $0.7 million on October 20, bringing total collected to $22.6 million, potential to collect up to $30 million for the replacement value of damaged assets, not including potential business interruption recovery proceeds. So there was a fire, but it wasn't their fault. We'll get into that shortly. Escrow balance has grown to $7.9 million allocated for the retirement of the Veritex loan. The company anticipates retiring the $8.5 million net balance on the Veritex loan, leaving it debt-free by the end of 2020. They have accomplished this and are now debt-free, just like they anticipated by the end of 2020. So what the escrow balance is that escrow is money set aside so a third party can pay property taxes and homeowners insurance premium on your behalf. Why? Because each month homeowners are required to pay a portion of their estimated annual cost, including principal and interest. Now let me give you some further in detail analysis of what this company is really about. AquaMetals developed a proprietary and environmentally friendly lead acid battery recycling technology called Aqua Refinery. It's their proprietary development, meaning it's theirs. They own it, they created it, and they do have 45 patents with about 20 more patents left. Therefore, they will be the only company with this technology, as it is patented in the United States and internationally. Aqua refining uses water and organic acids rather than the heat and furnaces to create 99.996% ultra pure lead for the $20 billion lead recycling industry, which feeds the $65 billion lead battery industry. They reduced environmental impact versus the traditional smelting process. So we do see that they have 27 employees and the cash on hand is $5.6 million according to the last quarter. And they do expect to be debt free by 2020 year end. And a little further in the video, I will show you guys that they are actually now debt free. So what is the difference between smelting and aqua refining? We see here that smelting, which is the current method of lead acid battery or LAB recycling, is dirty, fiery, and dangerous. You can see this. You just looking at this, you think 1800s, you think industrial revolution, polluting everywhere, versus aqua refining, which is an electrochemical alternative to smelting. It's clean, it uses water, and it's safe. So some of the key business drivers for AquaMetals is that it has $20 billion plus on addressable global lead recycling industries which need a major upgrade. AquaMetals knows that these smelting industries will not be lasting with the way that governments are trying to create incentives to stop the pollution. Industry and the planet need an environmentally friendly technology to increase sustainability by reducing emissions. 67 patents applications filed/pending and 45 patents allowed/granted in the US and internationally. That is huge. They already have 45 patents, and like I said, they have about 20 more patents that are still being filed and are pending. And now here is some of the products that they recycle. So 35,000 ingots or 55 truckloads produced and shipped to Clarios, the world's largest battery manufacturer and investor in AquaMetals for test battery production. In 2018 and 2019, Aqua Refinery operated at demonstrated commercial quantities, produced 99.996% pure lead ingots, and ran entire plant 24/7 for several months, and 6 to 24 aqua refining electrolyzers 24/7 for up to a month at a time. So they are highly efficient and can work for a long time consistently. So this is why they had that debt, which was caused by a fire. But like I said, it says cause of fire was not related to Aqua technologies or process, but rather contracting work being done in the aqua refining area. So here's one of their electrolyzers. The aqua refining V1.25 liter electrolyzer produces 20 kilograms of ultra pure lead an hour. Modular deployment allows for flexible production sizing. Fully automated, runs with little to no manual intervention. Installing aqua refining at a smelting facility lowers overall emissions, improves lead quality, and reduces overall operating costs. So this is why aqua refined lead matters. New high growth LAB production requires high purity lead. Auto growth in emerging markets such as China, India, and South American cars are using additional lead batteries for start-stop functionalities. So lead batteries are being used for certain functionalities in the EV cars. The renewable energy economy is growing and dependent on energy storage to be efficient and effective, which it is. Data center and telecom industries are growing rapidly and utilize lead batteries for backup power. Electric vehicles use lead batteries in addition to lithium ion to support electronics. That is one of the huge catalysts that AquaMetals can have, is a possible agreement between AquaMetals and an electric vehicle company, an EV company. So here are some of the financial growth that they're expecting. LAB market driving growing demand for lead. Annual LAB sales expected to nearly double to $84 billion plus by 2025, driving demand for lead up. LAB or lab production constitutes the largest use of lead today. Labs still represent over 95% of all batteries produced due to improved recyclability, safety, and performance compared to lithium ion and nickel metal hydride batteries. So this is some of the key advantages that the aqua metal has. Compared to traditional recycling technologies, aqua refining offers large advantages. Improved product quality with the purest lead on earth at 99.996% purity, enables global battery recyclers to meet demand, reduce environmental impact, potentially at an equal or lower cost to recycle, the potential for improved battery performance and life, higher premium for lead and value adds for licensing aqua refining technology. So that's huge. If someone wants to use the aqua refining technology, they have to get a license for it. So here are some of their planned revenue sources. In 2020, insurance collections collected over $23 million of insurance payouts, total policy of $50 million. In 2020/2021, the sale of unneeded assets, such as the McCarran, Nevada plant, which is listed for sale, equipment sales could yield $10 million plus in 2020/2021, and there's opportunity to redeploy some equipments to the first licensed site. And of course, they could always sell their equipment, services, and royalties. So that contributes to the possible revenue sources of sales from aqua refining equipment, sales of engineering and other services, running royalty, sales of maintenance services. So here are some of the licensing market drivers. Secondary lead demand is projected to increase by an estimated 1.8 million tons between 2018 and 2030. That is a huge increase. All new batteries need between 70% to 85% recycled lead. They believe that secondary lead demand will eventually surpass secondary lead smelting capacity due to environmental limits on furnace permitting. The EU and CA are considering outlawing lead batteries / products / smelting. Environmental regulations are tightening in China because of all the pollution, and battery manufacturers rely on unregulated smelters and smelters under pressure from regulators to meet demand currently. They understand that that is a big risk. But here comes AquaMetals with their much more environmentally friendly and cost-efficient and effective way of recycling lead. They can meet growing demand for ultra-pure lead driven by increased sales of the newest high-performance batteries. The addressable market based on the 2018 secondary lead production was 7.2 million tons. The total pace available for aqua refining was 3.6 million tons, and the total addressable market, which was $2,000 per ton of lead, was $7.2 billion. So this is where their investments have gone. Their $200 million plus was invested to set up equipment supply and global licensing. They licensed aqua refining and they did debt management, and they are now debt free. So we see here on this Globe News Wire article that was released on December 15th, 2020, AquaMetals retires Veritex loan and is now debt free, receives additional $0.8 million in insurance payout. We see here the retirement of our loan with Veritex Bank is yet another positive step for AquaMetals as we have accelerated our transition to a capital light business model. With this action, our team has achieved our previously guided goal to retire the debt by year end. Eliminating our debt significantly strengthens the balance sheet and completely removes the burden of restrictive loan covenant. In addition, this step improves the company's cash burn rate by eliminating $0.9 million annually in debt service payments, including $0.6 million in interest expense. We are also pleased with the continued progress made in recovering losses through our insurance collection effort, stated Judd Merrill, Chief Financial Officer. Now, the reason why I believe that this could be a potential 1,000% return on investment is because if you were to buy 100 shares at $2 each, that would be a $200 investment. And if the stock price went up to $20 at all-time highs, that would mean that your gain would be $1,800. That would net you a 900% return on investment. I know it's not 1,000%, but 1,000% sounds better on the title. Now, if this is a chart that scares you, my argument would be that recently other companies such as Nano Dimension have been gaining a lot of traction and their stock price has been increasing, even though Nano Dimension was once trading at around $100 as opposed to AquaMetals, which was at a high of $20. So we see Nano Dimensions over here in the max, they were trading once at $113, dropped down to a low of about 70 cents, and is now currently trading at around $8. This all happened within the course of about half a year. So if AQS could potentially rise up from the very lows of about 50 cents and go up to and break their all-time highs at around $20 because of the demand and surge of this company and all the hype that is around EV stocks and anything that has to do with lithium and metal mining, then it could potentially be a 1,000% return on investment. Such as companies like MP Materials, which mine rare earths. This company has increased drastically within the last 6 months, from trading at around $10 to now trading at upwards to $35 and getting close to $40. I personally do believe that this stock still has room to run. Now, if you guys want me to make videos about Nano Dimension and MP materials, please let me know. Okay, now these companies, along with every company traded in the stock market, will go up and down. It's how the market works, but if you've done your own research and believe in the company long term, then you can invest. Don't buy some shares and on the first step panic sell. That is how you lose money in the stock market. You need to be patient and believe in the company you've invested in and allow them to grow and expand, and then you as an investor can reap the rewards. If you are unsure about your investments, you should possibly consider taking some profits or reducing your investment size. But anyways guys, I am not a financial advisor. Invest according to your own personal risk tolerance and be sure to preserve your capital. Let me know what you guys think of this company and what your plan is in the comments down below, as well as ask questions. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to support the channel, and to show to me that you like this type of content. And if you do, then make sure to expect more. But that's been it guys. Peace.